Many picture a helpless little boy weeping on the altar of sacrifice. But ancient records suggest a shocking truth about this famous biblical event. Isaac was no child. He was likely a strong young man who willingly carried the heavy wood. He chose to lay down his own life. The ultimate test was actually mutual. Long before that fateful day on the mountain, a wealthy nomad named Abram lived in the harsh desert of Canaan. He possessed everything except a desperate wish. His beloved wife Sarai remained barren. At the age of 75, Abram stared into the vast, unforgiving night sky. Heavy silence deeply mocked his desperate longing. Suddenly, the divine voice shattered the quiet. God commanded Abram to count the stars above. The Creator promised that his future descendants would outnumber those glowing lights. Years passed without a miracle. Following the ancient Mesopotamian customs of their era, desperate Sarai offered her Egyptian servant Hagar to her husband to secure their lineage. Hagar quickly became pregnant. A bitter rivalry poisoned the household atmosphere. Jealousy consumed Sarai entirely, leading to harsh treatment that forced the frightened servant girl to flee. Lost in the barren wilderness, Hagar wept desperately beside a lonely well. Suddenly, a heavenly messenger appeared before her with words of immense comfort and divine protection. The angel instructed the young mother to return home. He promised that her unborn son, Ishmael, would eventually grow to become the powerful father of a great nation. Time marched onward. God established a lasting covenant, changing their names to Abraham and Sarah. These new identities signified their grand destiny to birth multitudes of nations. One scorching afternoon, 3 mysterious travelers approached the distant desert camp. True to ancient hospitality laws, Abraham immediately rushed forward to serve these guests a lavish meal. While eating, the heavenly visitors delivered an impossible prophecy. By next year, elderly Sarah would finally embrace a newborn son. Listening secretly from inside the tent, Sarah laughed. An angel sharply questioned her quiet disbelief, reminding them that nothing remains impossible for the Lord. Exactly as promised, the joyous season arrived. Isaac was finally born. The name Isaac literally means laughter. He brought incredible joy to their twilight years. But a terrifying dawn eventually approached. God issued the most agonizing command imaginable. Take your only beloved son to Mount Moriah and offer him there as a burnt sacrifice. Despite overwhelming grief, Abraham gathered his supplies and began the terrible journey. Unaware of his tragic role, young Isaac innocently questioned his somber father about the missing sacrificial lamb. Abraham simply replied that God would provide the necessary offering himself. Upon reaching the sacred mountain, Abraham built the stone altar with trembling hands. Tears streamed freely down his weathered face as he tightly bound his precious beloved son. Just as the fatal blade was raised toward heaven, a loud voice shattered the silence. An angel desperately called out, commanding him to stop the horrific, bloody sacrifice. The divine messenger declared that Abraham had proven his absolute loyalty and immense fear of God. He had not withheld his most treasured possession from the Almighty Creator. Looking up through exhausted tears, Abraham noticed a ram caught tightly by its curved horns within a nearby thicket. God had indeed provided the promised substitute animal perfectly. Abraham joyfully offered the wild ram instead of his beloved boy. This epic story continues to teach profound spiritual lessons about ultimate trust, deep faith, and strict obedience. True obedience frequently demands surrendering our most desperate desires to a higher power. Abraham demonstrated a legendary willingness to trust completely, securing his immortal legacy across generations forever.